Welcome to Dimitri Cinema. I'm your host, Dimitri. Today we're going to be talking about the new Superman movie, James Dean Superman. Superman is supposed to be played by David Coruscant. Rachel Labasian will play uh, Lois Lane. All right, first I'm going to say, listen, this DC Universe thing is getting about as bad as Marvel. Actually, DC is worse than Marvel when it comes to movies and the cinema thing. You know that with Batman, we got more Batman, uh, more people playing Batman than an NBA roster squad getting exchanged out. Like I can't even explain how many people done been Batman by now. It's almost like that guy that's been with that same girl that go around with all the guys. Like, oh, I've been with her. Oh, I've been with her. That's how Batman is getting. I'm sorry, y'all got to excuse me today. I'm a little, I've been known about this. I had things going on, so I couldn't, get on here and get back to y'all about that. But I'm sure y'all heard about it by now. You've seen the trailer by now. Uh, you know, um, it's his dog is even in it, and so now I'm gonna start. David Coruscant. Not familiar with a lot of things he's been in. Um, I don't know how he's gonna do. First, I'm gonna say I never had a problem with uh, Hans Zimmer's, that whole Superman thing. Um, I didn't have a problem with him and Henry Cavill. Uh, I just listen, man. When you got something going, you got to give it time. And I don't know what the situation was with Henry Cavill and DC Warner Brothers. I don't know if they felt a disagreement on a lot of stuff. Maybe it was the pay. Maybe it's I don't know why. You know whether it was them that pushed Henry Cavill out, or they just kicked Henry Cavill out, or whatever the situation may be. Maybe he wanted more money. But when my opinion, of course, that's what this show or stream, sorry, show stream is like kind of based on my opinion. Then you guys comment on my opinion and tell me your opinion, what y'all think. I liked Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel. I had no problem with that. I liked him. I thought he brought a little bit different. My favorite Superman, first I'm gonna say, is Christopher Reeve, hands down. Christopher Reeve, and I'm not trying to be biased to that to my time, but I came up on Super Christopher Reeve as Superman, and I think he did a really damn good job as it. I don't see, I didn't see any flaws in his Superman. Uh, with him playing that iconic character, I'd never seen that. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now, my favorite Batman is Michael Keaton. Batman, the first Batman, Tim Burton is my favorite movie. One of my favorite movie of all time. Um, I didn't have no problem with. I like Christopher Reeve Superman. So it was kind of hard. Brandon Roof came in and tried to chime in as him and take over that role. Of course, you had Dean Cain playing him in the series, the Lois and Clark series, uh, which Dean Cain, I didn't think he did a bad job either. Um, and Brandon Ruth. Um, uh, I don't know how I felt about him. I guess he did okay, but Henry Cavill brought something a little different to the franchise, a little different to the Superman iconic character that was already portrayed by different people. He brought that, Christopher Reeve had that. I fight for justice. Luther, what are you up to? Like that. He brought that good guy. That good guy thing where it was like the perfect role model for a superhero. You know, he brought that his acting brought kind of brought that in there like the standard for it. And like I said, he did a good job. You know, it was like that's what Superman is. That's you know. And don't get me wrong, I know a lot of y'all might younger people didn't come up on Christopher Reeve, so I did. I'm older, I guess. Y'all didn't come up on Christopher Reeve Superman, and I'm just gonna tell you now, if you never seen him, one, two, three, and four, Superman, Superman 2, Superman 3, Superman 4, The Request for Peace, where he fights Nuclear Man in that one. You might want to go back and watch that. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you might want to go watch those. And this is for the generation that's coming up watching Man of Steel, Henry Cavill, which I love Henry Cavill's Man of Superman. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, you know, to explore other things and see what the set standard was for Superman. Those are in the movies. Go back and watch the younger generation that didn't know about Christopher Reeve Superman. Go back and watch them, and then voice your opinion on what you think about Superman and who you think is the best. You know, it's close between Henry Cavill and Christopher Reeve for me. You know, but I like Henry Cavill as Christopher Reeve. I mean, as Christopher. I like Henry Cavill as Superman, Man of Steel. Uh, Henry Cavill, I'm gonna talk about in the future. I think he would make a great Lionel for the Thundercats movie that they're still bumping heads on coming out with. I'm assuming it's going after He Man comes out with Amazon MGM, they're gonna go back and if it does good, they're gonna go with the production of Thundercats movie, or whatever. But I think Henry Cavill should be in that. But Henry Cavill's already Superman. He's actually in Voltron coming up. Uh, I think he would have been a great Lionel, like the perfect Lionel. But we'll see. Anyway, back to Superman. I don't think they should have. I think they should have kept Henry Cavill. Now, David Corsa could. We got to see what he does. And I'm looking at the trailer for it, and I'm seeing what's his name, Klepto, his dog. Um, I don't know if he's gonna have a huge role, but Superman did have a dog, Klepto, um, in the comic books. I think in a cartoon series, I think too. So yeah, that's cool. They brought Klepto, but now you see Hawk Girl. It's like a scene where it's Hawk Girl, it's like flying or whatever. First, I was like, "That's Hawkman," then read more about it. No, that's Hawk Girl. Um, one of the first Green Lantern, because there's several Green Lanterns in there before. I can't think what the main Green Lantern. I can't think of his name. The one that we all like. The one that Ryan Reynolds played. His name. It was one. It was ones before him. So I guess he's just one of them, and I'm assuming that he's going to be like helping Superman, like guiding him, being his guidance, how to use his power, and probably helping him go against Luthor. I'm guessing. Uh, Lex Luthor's in it, of course. Um, I think the bad Superman is in it because they did part three, Superman part three with Richard Pryor, and they was trying to destroy Superman, but he also was fighting against himself because he fought against himself in the comic books. I forgot the name of the character. Y'all excuse me. Sorry about that. He's like the bad Superman, and they show like this guy that's like Superman's like in handcuffs with these people walking, look like robot type people. Or this robot type dude that's next to him, all black. I think that's the bad Superman. But I'm gonna try to find more things out about it. So there's no telling how many villain he's going up against in this one. Uh, but we all know Lex is the guy. It's cool they got Lex in this one. This one's supposed to be more of a pattern and kind of laid out helpful push towards the Supermans I've talked to Christopher Reeve Supermans. Uh, you see a lot more that kind of Superman like filled, you know. Um I I don't know, man. Like we all love Superman. We all came up on Superman. We didn't come up on Superman, you know. You came up on Henry. You watch Henry Cavill. Um, if you know the comic books, for the comic book geeks out there, you know how Superman had like a different. He had a standard, but in the comic books, he was kind of a. If you've seen his personality, read the comic books, certain kind of Superman's comic books or whatever, it was a lot. Tried to throw a lot of him being in love with Lois, but it was a lot. Superman itself, his personality was a lot between Christopher Reeve and Henry Cavill together. That's what I got out of the comic book Superman. And then, um, I just if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Henry Cavill did really good as the Man of Steel. Why not keep it going? You know, I get it. If he wanted Paducah kind of money for it, and you guys didn't want to pay him for that, you felt like you can get somebody else to do it. That's sort of a understanding to me. But you don't think Henry Cavill's worth it? I mean, from the last, from the end of Black Adam, those of y'all to see Black Adam, it was pretty decent. The Rock played Black Adam, and for y'all didn't see it. Excuse me for spoiling it. At the end of it, in credits, Superman's talking to can't think of the name of the woman's name. She got the Suicide Squad together in the Suicide Squad movie. Barbara, I think it might be. Um, she comes at the end and she's talking to Superman through like this computer little hologram type thing. She's talking to him and she's like, "Hey, listen, not Superman, Black Adam." She's like, "Hey, you kind of need to slow down and I need to keep you contained because you're a danger, you're a threat to this world, and that's a problem with me. So you either work with me or I'm going to send some reinforcements at you." And then at the end he goes, "Well, The Rock, we'll go ahead and send them." And then next thing you know, explosion come through the top roof, and then down comes Superman, Henry Cavill. And everybody's like, "Oh yeah!" At the end of the movie, like when everybody stops for the credits to watch. Not everybody, but a lot of people, majority of people in the theater stay just in case it's credits, or depends on what movie it is. If it's a DC or Marvel movie, they know it's going to be like ending credit after scenes. So everybody's hyped about this now. Now everybody's hyped about The Rock versus, Rock versus Henry Cavill, Superman versus Black Adam. So now you got that going. You got everybody's mindset on that. So you're gonna you got all this hype. Then you got Justice League 2 that we've been waiting on. You know what I mean? Like them to take on Darkseid. You just gonna leave that over there, stuck over there? All right, that's trash. Let's come up with a new franchise of DC characters now. Let's start over. Y'all, Hollywood, you gotta stop this, man. This whole notion of just taking what was made and just throwing it away. I I don't understand that. Make them better, get more creative, but it's more understandable, I guess, a little bit if it's bad. I don't think Justice League was bad, in my opinion. I don't think Man of Steel was bad. Henry Cavill Superman, the movie Man of Steel. They were supposed to make a Man of Steel too. I don't think. And then at the end of Justice League, you see the Elite. I think it's called the Elite Eight with the gorilla and Lex Luthor's talking to them at the end. um Justice League. You know, the whole villains, they almost like the Sinister Six in Marvel supposed to be, run by Lex Luthor. People are hyped for that. Like, why? If it's not broke, not don't fix it. Like, don't try to fix it because there's nothing to be fixed. Like, what are y'all getting out of keep just doing this? People's imaginations, people's excitement for cinema now is like, especially when it comes to comic book cinema. Now everybody's just like, man, we're stuck in a world where it's like all y'all do is put a project together and then throw it out there. Though back in the day, everybody used to take time and go over these films. They would take time. It would be a long time. They make it, and it'd be a long time before they released it because they keep watching it. They keep going over it. The production company they're looking at the little things they can fix. Look, but they took their time. Now they just put it out there because they know they're gonna make a quick dollar, and you're ruining people's excitement for comic book cinema when you do that. Um, Regular Hollywood cinema, movie cinema, when you remake movies that were already made that were good, and you remake them and then you mess them up like you always do. That's a story. A talk for another time, but that's also a thing. But Marvel is just bad. Like at the cinema thing, it's like when I was younger, it was like, man, you should big collect all Marvel comic books. Have over 400 comic books. Marvel, DC, but more Marvel than DC. I'm a big Marvel fan. Like, love X-Men. Wolverine, my favorite character. So I used to say when I was younger, like, man, I can't wait till they finally make an X-Men movie, man. They done made Superman, Batman. You know, when are they gonna make an X-Men movie? That would be cool to see. You know, I always felt like Jack Nicholson would have been the perfect Wolverine back then if you would have made it like in the 80s, going into the 90s, 70s. He was, if you've seen the movie Wolf, the hair and how he acted, and and the way Jack Nixon, the psychotic, the crazy, the tough, he would have been a great Wolverine. Sorry, Hugh. He would have been a great Wolverine. I'm just saying, but like this now it's like they make it, but it's like, all right, man, don't make another one. I don't know if I want y'all to make this because if you're just going, you're doing this stuff. This along with the multi-universe thing, I just want to, and cinema life goes on. But I don't know what y'all think. I don't think there was nothing wrong with Henry Cavill's Superman. So if something's pretty decent, pretty good, you gonna do what you got to do to keep it. If he wants more money, pay him. You're gonna make the money back. You're gonna make more. You're gonna make. Come on, like he's the standard right now for Superman and what's going on with DC and the Justice League. Like Michael Jordan wanted more money with the Bulls, or he gonna leave? Then keep him, pay him. We win with him. Tom Brady wanted more money with the Patriots. Well, he left. Pay him, keep him. We win with him. It's working with Henry Cavill. Like man, oh man, y'all don't understand, man. Like it just irks me, like that they just disqualifying these movies, man. These characters, these people that do good with these characters. Batman is the worst. Batman is the biggest example of them doing it. Now you got whatever his name is, Edward from Twilight. That's what I keep calling him. Now he's the new Batman. Uh the Batman when Christian Bale was Dark Knight. Now you got him. So now what are they gonna do with Batman? Now you got new Superman. And then sometimes they say this universe don't go with it. It's not with that universe. They're just making these movies. Joker, example. I thought I'm thinking you make a Joker movie, it's gonna tie into some kind of Batman movie because that's his villain. No, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker is a different. That's not the universe as Ben Affleck's Justice League and or this Batman going on the Batman. Like, so what do you make that Joker for? You're telling the story, but it's not tying in with what that Batman universe. So then you gonna make another Batman for that, or you just like what are y'all getting at, man? What are you getting to? Like y'all don't. Please tell me somebody out there agrees with me. And I don't know how I feel about the Superman. I'm kind of more confused and torn than being happy. And I hate to do that. I want stuff to succeed. I hope it's really, really good. But if it ends up being really, really good, I'm scared if it's really, really good, they're gonna at some point disqualify it. David Corn said, I don't know how long you're gonna be Superman. Just let you know, man. Um, it's, you're taking the excitement out, man. You're taking the excitement out. Now you got all these Batman and Justice League movies out there. Nobody know what the hell is what. What's who's who? What like? Okay, now that Batman over there, that's not part of this Batman. What is this Justice? And they still keep making the Justice League, trying to make the Justice League move, kind of, from what I hear. So then, what about the Batman? Like, what about the Edward Scissor? I mean, Edward from Twilight. Sorry, I can't think of his name. No disrespect to you, man. Him. Just leave that out there. You had Joker at the end of that movie talking to the Riddler at the very end before the credits stop. Like you're setting up for that. Joaquin Phoenix Joker should have just tied into that because it kind of sort of fits it a little bit. Like, the time range. That's the 70s Joker, and that looked like it was sort of stuck in the 70s on that movie. Well, no, actually it wasn't, because now they got the Penguin series, which is, if you see the car he's driving, that ain't 70s. So I don't know what are they doing. So that's a Joker universe. And I guess that's another Batman universe. Okay, well then this is another Batman universe over here with the Justice League. I'm so confused, man, with this whole thing. I really wish I can have all the get with the production companies of all of these films and all the producers of these films and the directors of all these films. Not the actors. They don't do anything wrong. They just doing their job. They get picked for the role, they go. But all of them, and go in there with a baseball bat and go, all right, I want you some answers right now, or I'm going at all y'all. Just saying. Like, what are we doing? So that being said, I think I don't know what I think on this. I don't. I can't even give you an answer right now. I hope it be good, but at this point, it's like, does it matter at this point? Because what they've been doing. Y'all think about what I've said today. Think about it. Does it matter? They made a new Superman. Everybody's hype about it, but does it matter? Oh, kleptos in it. Does it matter? Who says they're gonna go 2, 3 movies with it? Are they gonna set up a new Justice League? Like, what are they doing? So it's hard to get excited about it. My thinking on it. It's hard to get for me to get excited about it at the all that stuff. They flushed all that stuff down the toilet. What they done? So I can't give you an answer how I feel about it. We had some doing the stream on it, but I can't give you an answer about how I feel. I just want to talk about it a little bit. Um, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. But like I said, hoping, keep hope alive on number one. Number two, does your hope going to really help if it's good? Because it turned out good, you might not see another one. But it might be Jamie Kennedy playing Superman next week. I'm just saying, man. Like it just, I'm so, I'm just so tired of them just making these projects and just like act like we don't have minds and brains of thinking. Oh, we didn't see like Christopher Nolan's Batman. I think that's one of the best Batman. Those are best Batman movies I've seen. My favorite Batman is always going to be Michael Keaton, Tim Burton. Just that one, not Batman Returns, and any after that, just Batman. But as far as a 1, 2, 3 series, that's the best one when it comes to making like a whole, you know, all of them being together. I like those. Um, I like we all love Heath Ledger's Joker. We all think he did the best Joker. Jack Nicholson was my favorite at first. I thought he was the best, greatest Joker. He's right behind Heath Ledger though, but I think Heath Ledger is the greatest Joker of all time. Should should Christopher Nolan had did put Riddler and Penguin in there instead of Bane? Because remember Bane came at the end. He ended Batman, just like uh Doomsday ended Superman. He came at the end, so they had villains before him. I don't think you jumped to Bane. Well, I guess he was going to ended his series with it, making the movies. But I still think you should have ended it with just Penguin and Riddler. You know, Raja al Ghul, Joker, and Penguin and Riddler, which I felt like if he'd have did that, James Gandolfini would have been great as the Penguin. And I feel like either or Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio, or Joaquin Phoenix before they threw him as Joker would have been a great Riddler. Either one of those three. Um, and then if you want to make a 4, you can make a 4. Make that the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Batman. The end. And then he meets Bane finally, Tom Hardy, and then bring him in, and then boom. He kind of end Batman. But that's that. That's how I feel about that. Let you guys know that. Um, I'm gonna let's hope that it turns out good. But like I said, I'll let y'all know I saw finally seen Gladiator 2. I thought Denzel did a pretty good job in that movie. He took something I never seen him been. He took his art. He had to leap himself to the next level because he's always Denzel the badass. Denzel, I'm doing Denzel this. Denzel the Equalizer. Denzel Training Day. Denzel. But now he's in a Roman times type Denzel. It's like that kind of acting. So um I thought he did really good as the Gladiator. I thought he did an outstanding job as the Gladiator. Not the Gladiator, in the Gladiator. Sorry about that. As the villain. The Gladiator 2. For y'all didn't see it, go see it. And I just spoiled it really bad. Sorry. Um but yeah, man. I saw Twisters. One bad. One bad for Tornado movie again. You ask my opinion, I sort of think it's better than the first one. That's my opinion. Um, the same guy from that was in Transformers, I see, was in that the last Transformers, And he also said he was in the military. What a coincidence. At the end of the movie, you go with G.I. Joe, military. I was like, what is this about to be a cross path between Twisters and Transformers and G.I. Joe? Are they going to fight the tornadoes? But it was a good movie. It was not bad movie for tornadoes. So if you ain't seen it, I would suggest you see it. It's on Peacock. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much my opinion right now on Superman. James Gunn, you better do good with this, because we coming for you, man, with baseball bats for doing this. Period. All right. Well, that's that. You guys, I hope y'all had a good past weekend. Sorry it took me a long time to get back to y'all. I try not to make this long time like this to keep coming back to y'all. But I've been meaning to get to y'all on this for a while, but I had so much stuff going on. Finally got a time where I can do this now. And you guys comment, subscribe. Just tell me what y'all think, y'all opinion on the new Superman, and think about what I said, and like really think about what I said. Y'all just tell me what y'all think, because God forbid, I don't want to feel like I'm the only one thinking this like this. So, all right, y'all watch the trailer, and y'all tell me what you think, and I'll get back with y'all hopefully by next week with something new. Y'all have a good, blessed weekend. All right, thanks.